Hey there, it's JohnBerry555, and today I'll be reviewing the 7th episode of the Willow series on DisneyPlus, the episode being Beyond the Shattered Sea. So real quick, I would like to extend a quick apology to you guys. This video is going to be audio only. I'm a little bit behind in my videos, so I decided to make it super easy and just do an audio recording. Anyhow, let's get on into the video proper. So, in this episode, what our heroes doing? Well, they're crossing the Shattered Sea. There's a lot of character development going on in this one. We're clearly nearing the end of the series. Characters are coming to terms. Characters are making amends, professing feelings. All that is going on. Let's see. One important thing I think I should mention in terms of what the character development in all that is that Laura says that she wishes she wasn't a Laura then, and by that I take to mean that she wishes she wasn't burdened with the prophecy, and she also reveals that she knows of Willow's vision of the future, and Willow does admit that he hoped he could change it, and it's hard to, and maybe it does change because Laura knows about it, so that means it could change. And that vision sees Laura dead as the only way to achieve peace, or something like that. So that is something quite interesting to note. And Laura admits at one point that she's afraid, but so does Kit. In fact, at the very end of the episode, when they come to basically Eclipse at the end of the Shattered Sea, they're the only two that jump down the cliff. Willow, Jade, Borgin, and Prince Graydon do not jump down the cliff. Now, maybe they do off screen and they'll meet up in the next episode. Who knows? But that is something quite interesting that they're the only two that continue forward to find Eric, Kit's brother. Granted, he's going through his own thing, and definitely who's the antagonist of the series, the Crow. Yeah, she's there, and trying to convince Eric to join her side, and by essentially starving him with thirst, seems like she might have succeeded. So it looks like there's going to be a fight between Kit and Aloha against Eric. That looks like what's going to be. So that is a very interesting development. But I kind of was expecting that in some ways. Like I was actually surprised how well he held out. Let's be real. Like, oh, you haven't been tempted yet. So yeah. Another interesting development is that we learned that Prince Graydon does have some magical abilities as well. And he's able to use, and he discovers that he's able to use his flute in order to control the magic that he has, which is quite interesting. There's a lot of other stuff going on. It does show that we also see there's one creature that they meet, which I remember seeing in the teaser trailers. That's pulling the vehicle they're using to cross the Shattered Sea, the boat type sled thing, and how Prince Graydon does kind of become attached to it, and basically near the end of the journey he releases it because he can tell that the creature is becoming sad, depressed, if you will. So that's quite interesting. Those are probably the main character beats I really wanted to focus on, though we also do have Willow and his insecurities and doubt. That's still very much a part of Willow's character. He still does not see himself as a hero. Even though he admits that he's trying to take steps to be the hero, help the actual hero succeed, he still does not see himself as the hero. No, he just wants his life with his friends and family. That's really what he wants. The embodiment of, if you will, the reluctant hero. So that's one kind of interesting piece that's still going on. But I very much like how Willow's character continues from his characterization in the original film. But rather than it has changed some, he's now no longer trying to avoid the adventures that puts him in the place of a hero or supporting other heroes, but rather he still doesn't see himself that way, even though he does basically answer the call to action when it comes. He still doesn't see himself that way because of his own self-doubt. I'm very subtle, but we do see that a bit. But we also see the parts of him that where he doesn't have his doubts. We see that in him, and in some ways he needs to see that in himself. Everyone else really sees him for the hero that he is, but and he forgets he is a hero at times, but sometimes you can tell it's still down there. He just needs to recognize it. But that's where I'm going to conclude this review. I hope you did enjoy it. If you did, please be sure to comment down below. What did you think of this episode of Willow? Let's get the discussion going. For myself, I overall did enjoy the episode, but again, when they saw in the more modern music, that just kind of throw me out of it a little bit. I don't know why with fantasy I think more classical music and Celtic music. I don't know why those are just two genres of music I associate with fantasy. It's just my thing. So, but that's really some of the musical composition choices being my only complaint. Like I said, that's a pretty minor complaint I've had about the series so far. But that is truly my final thoughts. So let me know in the comment section down below, what did you think of this episode? So if you did enjoy my review, please be sure to give it a like, upvote, and share. And if you are so willing, consider subscribing and following the channel if you haven't yet done so. Also, consider checking out any of the links down below. And as always, have a good day, a good night, wherever you are. May the force be with you always.